Hey, I'm Xyraz from Movistar Riders, and today I'll be talking about Urgot, the best champion in the game, by far. The reason why Urgot is good is because he's a lane bully and he's blind pickable, which is pretty rare in this meta. He has a lot of good matchups and he's just really strong laner and transitions really well into mid-game. Try to one-shot a target and get into the fight. He gets outscaled a bit by some champions, but not as much as you would expect. For runes, I take Arcane Comment as my keystone because you want to harass a lot with Q and lane. And I go Mana Flow for the poke. Then I go Celerity or Transcendence. It does depend on if you need to dodge a lot of skill shots in lane. I would go for Celerity, otherwise I go for Transcendence. And I pick Scorch over Gathering Storm because I feel Urgot is more of a lane bully and your late game doesn't mean as much if you can't abuse the early. And then I go into Resolve and I take the new Bone Plating Mastery, rune. Then I go Second Wind because as well, like if you trade a lot, this rune is going to give you a lot of benefit, and I think it's a bit overtuned. For skill order, I will always max Q because this is your main harass tool in lane. It's basically a nuke that's a slow as well, which works really well with the Comet. After that, I would usually max W, which is you get a shield based on your health. For last, I would max E, which is basically a small charge and a singed fling. And on first base, I would probably go for either Phage is the ideal back, but also either Tabi or Merc Treads are really good depending on matchup. The core items are for sure Black Cleaver, and you want to go into either Frozen Mallet or Righteous Glory, depending on enemy team comp, because as Urgot you want to be able to get close, so these slow items or the speed items are really good on him, I feel. You can always go for a Hex Drinker or Adaptive Helmet if they're heavy AP as well. The full build for me, if they're heavy AD, would be something like a Black Cleaver, Righteous Glory, Ninja Tabi, Frozen Mallet, Warmogs, and either randoms if they have a lot of crit-based champions, or 4-mil if they have a lot of healing, or even Guardian Angel if they have a lot of burst. And a more well-rounded build that I think is more common is Black Cleaver into Merc Treads, Righteous Glory, Frozen Mallet, Adaptive Helm, and either GA, Warmogs, or randoms, I would say. If you have a lot of health and a lot of defensive stats as well, but still a lot of damage. In laning phase, you want to harass the opponent a lot because you have a lot of trading power. You want to harass as much as you can with Q to wear them down. And also, a small tip is if you just walk up and attack a minion, if someone is standing behind the minion, when you have your passive up, you will proc the Comment and the Scorch because of the passive goes through minions as well. So if you can actually get the ultimate onto a target and get the execute, you can flash in because every target around the executed target gets feared.
Speed is a gift.
I really want to simulate the battle cast Urgot skin, but it's really hard.